Welcome to Ollerton Community Church. My name's Rob. I'm part of the leadership team here, and just wondered about the week we've had. Wow, an amazing week. Kids have gone back to school. Parents all over the country, finally got some space back. What other things have happened? Well, yes, we've had International Women's Day, the 8th of March. I hope you've celebrated that or marked it in some way. And today, yes, Mother's Day. Congratulations to all you ladies out there who are mothers in one way or another. In fact, we're going to be talking a little bit. We've been doing a series, haven't we, about relationships in general. And we're going to be looking at the whole dynamic of the male and female relationship, particularly looking at when it's gone wrong and why it's gone wrong. Because also this week we've had that tragic story of that the girl who went missing in London, and how that has provoked so many women to feel unsafe. And we'll have to look at that. What is going on in our society where we're saying to women, oh well, if you're going out at night, go in twos. Why is it that women aren't able just to, live their normal lives without this fear hanging over them? And I'm sure it's no different in Ollerton. I'm sure people there are also apprehensive at certain times, women on their own. Why is that?
Why do people treat girls differently? Should I?
Hey, baby!
She's such a slut.
A woman was attacked last night as she walked home alone.
It was just a slap.
Well, boys will be boys.
You're my wife. You should do as I say.
Sometimes it seems like everyone does it. Nobody seems to do or say anything. Does that mean it's okay? My friend wanted to play football with us, but I told her she couldn't because she's a girl. She has to do as I say, doesn't she?
No. She doesn't have to do what you say just because she's a girl. It's not okay to hurt her.
Worldwide, 1 in 3 women will experience violence in their lifetime. Violence against women is rooted in gender inequality and stereotypes, even who is and who isn't allowed to play football. The things we say and do, and crucially the things we don't do, have a lasting effect.
I still hear things all the time, but I know not everyone's okay with it.
Well, that woman who was attacked, did you see what she was wearing? I mean, talk about asking for it. I don't think women are ever asking for violence.
Some people will say stop when they hear people say things they shouldn't.
Violence against women and girls becomes normal when it goes unchecked and unnoticed. But saying no, putting a stop to unacceptable words and behaviour, can stop abuse. It changes everything. We can all be part of that change. Speak out and help break the cycle of violence. Share this video today.
The Bible teaches that men and women are supposed to complement each other, to interact with each other in a way that is beautiful, perfect. Unfortunately, we just see, like from that video, how that relationship has become broken. It's not a new thing. Although there are new pressures, I think, there are in the world expectations and things like that through pornography and the media that is shaping the way that men look at women, making it worse. But it's not a new thing. Even in the Bible, there's a story where this woman is dragged before Jesus in the middle of the street, and these men all crowd round, and they throw her to the ground, and they say, this woman was caught in adultery. She was having sex with someone who wasn't her husband, and the death penalty is what they were wanting for her. because of what she had done. And they want Jesus to say, yes, that would be the best thing to happen. What does Jesus say? He actually says, the one who is without sin. Go on then. If you're without sin, carry out the sentence. I mean, it's a ridiculous situation really anyway, because it takes two people to be caught in adultery, and the guy is nowhere to be seen. So it's obvious that these men are exerting their power and making the woman an scapegoat. And that's happened through history. But Jesus says, what? Go on then. If you're without sin, if you've never done anything wrong, go on. Carry out the sentence. And all the people are wise enough to realize that obviously they've done things wrong. And they walk away one after another. And then Jesus says two really important, I mean, he might have said more things which aren't recorded, but he said, what's recorded is he says two really, really important things to this woman. He says, is there no one who's going to condemn you? Then I won't condemn you. This woman who is full of shame, probably feels bad herself about the whole situation. And Jesus, a man, looks her in the eyes and says, I don't condemn you. Isn't that fantastic? I wonder how she would have felt. And then he says something else. He says, go and sin no more. Basically what he's saying is, go and stop doing things which hurt yourself and hurt others. Stop doing things that hurt yourself and hurt others. We don't know the end of her story. We presume she went away and hopefully her life was changed. But there you go. We have a clue as to how we can break the cycle. The video we saw before this talked about standing up and saying, look, this is not acceptable. That's exactly what Jesus did. He said, this is stupid. What this whole situation you're trying to put me in, it's stupid. And he got them to go away. Not only does Jesus get the crowd to go away, but he looks this woman in the face and says, I don't condemn you either. I don't condemn you. Here is a man of authority, a teacher, who releases the woman from all that shame and guilt or whatever those feelings she must have been having. That's amazing. That's amazing. And we need to think about ways that we make the crowd go away. How can we stand up and do something about these broken relationships between men and women that are going on around us, or maybe are part of our lives? I have 3 boys, and they're soon going to be men, and I need to be aware of the way that I model what it is to be a man. I need to be aware and talk to them about objectifying women, about not objectifying women, about seeing women as equals and treating them with respect. And I need to model that in the way I relate to my wife and to the other female figures around me. If I had daughters, I would have to actually show them, give them models of how to expect to be treated, so that they didn't get locked into this idea of, well, okay, I've seen my dad do this to my mum or whatever, and there you go. That's how women should be treated. They shouldn't. Our kids should see and experience functioning relationships as God intended. But it's not easy. And we need to look at how not only to challenge and to bring up the next generation, but also how for us to get out of those situations. How do I change the way that I do things automatically? If they're hurting people, how can I get out of that? If I'm being hurt by people, even if it's not within a relationship, if it's friends who are bullying me, picking on me, or whatever, actually, how do I stop myself from getting hurt? That's what Jesus says to her, go and stop hurting yourself and hurting others. Now, when it comes to issues of domestic abuse and domestic violence and just that fear that women live in, there are people you can contact if you feel that you need to get out of situations, and there'll be numbers coming up. Even if you're someone who is beginning to realize that you don't behave properly, there are people around, professionals around, who can help to get you to reflect and to understand and to stop hurting others and hurting yourself. And as a church, Ollerton Community Church, we want to be people who will be like Jesus and look you in the eyes and say, we're not going to condemn you. We want to walk with you. We want to help you to experience actually Jesus looking at you and saying, look, I see you and I see a life which is so much better than what you're stuck in at the moment. And there are people here who can testify to the way that they have felt trapped, they have felt broken, and how God has wonderfully started a healing process. And there's always a process. It's not like overnight. So get in touch with us too if you want. And let's together try to heal the wounds and make our lives, our situations, better, safer, and happier places. The song we're going to finish with is just about that. It speaks of hope for greater things that still can be done here in Ollerton and in Bradford. God bless.
You're the God of this city. You're the King of these people. You're the Lord of this nation. You are. You're the light in this darkness. You're the hope to the hopeless. You're the peace to the restless. You are. And there is no one like our God. There is no one like our God. For greater things have yet to come, and greater things are still to be done in this city. Greater things have yet to come, and greater things are still to be done in this city. You're the God of this city. You're the King of these people. You're the Lord of this nation. You are. You're the light in this darkness. You're the hope to the hopeless. You're the peace to the restless.